Hello guys, Robert1 here, and welcome to Duels and Deck Profiles, a segment on my channel where we talk about decks that are currently out, coming out in the future, and just meta decks in general, and discuss them, talk about them, and show you a deck profile with a duel video or two. Now, today we're going to be taking a peek at the Mathmech, a very fun deck that's prime focus is to OTK your opponent. Now, obviously, this deck has similarities to other OTK decks, similar to Crusadia, where the deck just makes multiple different monsters and spams the board. It also has similarities to decks like World Chalice, where it just puts so many bodies on board in one turn. It can't extra link, but it does have a similarity to that deck where it can put a load of monsters on board at one time. And it has just very similarities to Pendulums as well, where it can just spam out monsters like no tomorrow as well. So if you like OTK decks of any variety, this is a deck for you. But this deck that I would mainly link this to is the Crusadia, because as I said earlier, Crusadia are a deck that like to build up. They build up constantly, and then they make a really big boss monster that punches your opponent to death. And that's what this deck likes to do. It likes to make a level 12, unaffected by everything monster that can do double damage and punch your opponent's monster and kill them. So today we're going to be looking at this list. I'm going to have a game or two, and let's get into the deck profile then, because I think I've talked enough about the similarities of this deck. So, starting off, we play one Godala because it's a level 8 kaiju. You could play the Sticky Strings kaiju instead, but I'm choosing to play this one just because it is a level 8. You see, you want to be able to make your final Sigma very easily, and it being level 8 goes very well with any of your tuner monsters. So if you're able to special summon this out, you want it to be a level 8. So we play one Godala, two Gamasil, because obviously it's the weakest kaiju. It's the one that will give to our opponent of a kaiju slumber, or if we would prefer to give to our opponent if it's in our hand. And the reason we're playing a kaiju package in this deck is because sometimes our opponent ain't going to have a monster on board. So just having a Gamasil, the Sea-Tail Kaiju, or a Godala in hand guarantees that you'll be able to tribute opponent's defense position monster, put a Gamasil or a Godala on board, weaken them through additions or divisions, subtractions or divisions, and just give your opponent a monster that you can kill and deal some big damage. We're also playing free Balancer Lord. Now, this deck works infinitely better when you open a Balancer Lord along with any other Mathmech monster or any other Cyberse monster. So you have to be playing this at free because it's just a very strong card in the deck where you pay 1,000 life points, summon an additional monster, and you can banish this card to special summon a Cyberse from your hand. That's the important part. The fact that they can banish a monster to special summon a Cyberse monster from your hand. So this is a very key card for the going first combo, but for the going second, it's not very vital. But going first, it's very necessary. One Mathmech Division. You play one of this just because it tributes a monster in your extra monster zone. If you've got a Mathmech in your graveyard and a Mathmech in your hand, it basically guarantees you an instant level 10, level 12 synchro, or can guarantee you a rank 4 monster that needs free materials. Now, you have to tribute a monster in the extra monster zone for this effect. At times, that doesn't really matter because if you're resolving that effect, you're normally going to win on that turn. Okay, and also when this card is sent to the graveyard, you get to half an attack of a monster on the board until the end of the turn. So it's pretty good for that as well. Free Mathmech Sigma. This basically is a free summon if you have no monsters in your extra monster zone. It banishes itself when it leaves the board though, so if you do choose to play this, be at your own cost, you won't be able to use it for a synchro summon if you want to use it the next turn. But in general, it being an additional summon is very important because it can generate advantage in the deck, which is very necessary at times. So you want to be playing the free of this. Also, it can be classified as non-tuner as well, which is nice. Free Nebula. This card is very good, just for the fact that it tributes a Cyberse monster, special summons any Mathmech from your deck. So very good in that factor. And if it's into the graveyard, you get to make a monster be able to attack monsters twice. So make this 12 big boy attack twice. We play free Subtra and free Addition. These basically do the same thing. They special summon themselves from your hand by giving a monster either an extra 1,000 attack or a 1,000 less attack. Obviously, Subtra is the less attack, and an Addition is the more attack. And you want to basically be seeing these because you want as many 2-card combos as possible, and this just can guarantee that. And we play free Mathmech multiplier. Essentially, this changes level to level 8, and also when it's in the graveyard, since the graveyard, it can double the attack of a monster in the extra monster zone. So make this big boy that can deal double damage 6k. Very good indeed. Because obviously we want to be going second, we are playing some hand traps. We're playing triple Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, just because it's a very strong hand trap in this format. It's the most generic hand trap of all. For spells, though, we play one formula. When your big monsters die, you get to search a Mathmech spell trap card. So I felt like you only really needed to run one of this card. It's not something you need to run more of. It's something I've been testing, and it just doesn't need to be run at more than one. So I chose to put it at one. Free Skynet Mining, because Search a Balance Lord, it's good. One Kaiju Slumber, just because we're playing a small Kaiju package and nuking the board is very good, and just giving opponent Kaijus. Free Called by the Grave, just because hand traps can be a thing, and this can deal with that. Triple Mathmech Divider, Billion Blade Naute. Basically, this will boost your Mathmech's attack, your big Mathmech attack, so you can have more damage on the board by sending a Mathmech from the deck graveyard. It's very good in that fact as well, where you just get the more damage, and you want to be able to see this turn one with a multiple Mathmech combo, just so you can have that more damage to go into your opponent. So, very good card. Triple Infinite Impermanence going along with our hand traps is one of the most generic hand traps in the game, so you want to be playing this at free. We do play one Mathmech Superfactual. Basically, what this does is it targets free Mathmechs in your graveyard, summons them, and you can either use them for an XC summon or a Synchro summon. Now, this is for when you're going first, where you add this to your hand through the effect of your Mathmech Albertian, and then on your opponent's turn, you make Mathmech Lapliasin. So you can send a monster from your opponent's hand, a card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, a monster from your opponent's field to the graveyard, and a spell trap card your opponent controls to the graveyard. So it just essentially gives you that ability to have free removal on your opponent's turn, which is nice. Along with also Mathmech Induction, where all Mathmechs gain 500 attack. If you control Mathmech, you can send this face-up card from the field to the graveyard, target one card your opponent controls, and destroy that card. So it's just more good removal traps in general. You don't want to be running more than one-on-one of this, just because it can be kind of a brick if you see multiples, and you don't want to see multiples. For each deck, though, we do play one Link Revo, one Link Devotee, and one Link Disciple. The reason for this is that there's a whole combo that you go through where you make Disciple. Disciple turns, you make two Cyburst monsters on the board. Hopefully one of them is Balance Lord. You make the Disciple, then you go into the Devotee. You use the Disciple, tribute the Devotee. Devotee summons 2 tokens. Use 1 token and the Disciple to put a summon a Wicked, and then you use the last token to make a Link Rebo. Wicked will trigger, banishing your Balancer Lord, and you'll add a tuner from your deck, either a Sigma or a Nabla. You're going to be adding Nabla, and then you get to go from there and gain certain various choices in place. It's a very strong combo, and I've been liking it a lot. One IP Masquerena, just there for coincidences where you can make it. One Update Jammer, and one Transcore Talker. Other OTK options that you can potentially have. One Crusadia Avramax, just because if you can make it with the IP, it's pretty much invincible. One Dark Fluid Dragon, just because if you can successfully make this with multiple negates, it's a very big monster in general. One Laplesian, just because it sends multiple cards to the grave. 2 Albertian. I like it at 2 just because it gives you more access to search more Mathmechs, add any level 4 or lower from your deck, and if you can get it up to 4 materials, search any spell or trap card in your deck. So very good, but majority of the time you're going to be detaching 2 to search any Mathmech monster. One Magma. You don't really need more than 1. This is mainly here just for the niche situations where you can attack with it, destroy 2 cards, and go from there. I don't really feel like you need to have more than 1 of this card, so I'm only playing 1. And if it dies, it just adds a Mathmech spell trap card, which is nice. And Finally, Final Sigma, which, as I said, is your big boss monster. He is what you're going to attack directly with, and he is going to kill everything. In the extra monster zone, he's unaffected by everything, so you can't, except for Mathmech effects, so your opponent can't touch him. He does double damage, and if this card is destroyed, you get to add a Mathmech card from your deck to your hand. And yes, I read that because I forgot some of the effects, but bear with me, okay? But yeah. So you want to be running 2 of these, though, just in case the first one doesn't deal all the damage you need. So you have the second one that just ends up killing your opponent. So now that we've gone through that, let's go into a game or two to show you what the deck basically does. Hopefully we don't have to wait 10 years for a game, just because it will take forever. So we're going to try to go up against this Lewis, and he has disconnected. Okay, Lewis, thanks for your time. You have wasted mine. Lewis is there again. I'm not bothering against Lewis. You know what? We're gonna set up a room. We're gonna set up a room. It's gonna be TCG, and let's go. So we got someone instantly. We got someone instantly. You see. Now I want to show off the going first combo first. So we're gonna try and show off the going first combo. Now this is good. This is the whole going first combo right here. So we start with our Signet Mining, and we'll discard a Sigma. We'll go ahead and get the Balancer Lord, because Balancer Lord is what initiates the entire combo. We'll go ahead and normal summon the Balancer Lord, and we'll use Balancer Lord's effect, paying 1,000 life points. Does he have something? Oh, he's going to Gamma it. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. So, because he's Gammaed it, we can't do much. That's negated. Let's see. What can we do then? We can't do that. In that case, we're just going to set the 2. We'll have the Imperm and the Superficial set. And we'll pass turn. Because next time we have the full combo to essentially OTK. But because of the Balancer Lord being negated, we can't go any further. Like, Balancer Lord is very important in that place. And he is playing a deck that... Okay, we're going to go 1. So, assuming Infernoids. It's Infernoids? Okay. I've called 1, so the summon should be a Decatron. Oh, he's getting so much cards. I don't like this. And there's the Decatron. How many Infernoids went to the graveyard there? And he's playing a Lair. Oh, it's Lair Infernoids. This ain't going to be easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He got 6 Infernoids there. Oh, he summons a Harmodic. Okay. I'm fine with him summoning the Harmodic. I don't really care about that. But the problem right now is he can banish the Sigma in the graveyard. And he summons a Cytimus. I can take this damage. I don't mind about this damage. Okay, so he attacks. I can full-on take all of this. Okay. The problem is on his turn, on my turn, he'll be able to use the Satamus. So on my turn, I'll actually use the Infinite Impermanence, I think, and I will attempt to negate the Satamus. Oh, that's not what I wanted to draw. I needed to draw a Mathmech to essentially guarantee that I could deal with this board. I think the best choice would probably be to set the induction, because we opened the superficial and we opened this. Like, we didn't open I'm going to be honest, we didn't open the best of hands. We opened the full combo, but we didn't open a hand that guaranteed us. So him having the Gamma really ruined us. So I think the best bet is literally just to normal the Sigma, attempt to summon the Sigma from grave. You know, we'll try to attempt to summon the Sigma from grave. Because worst that can happen is he chooses to banish it with a Harmodic or a Satamus. Alright. I really want him to banish it with the Harmodic. No. Okay, so we summon that out. Now we'll go ahead and summon another Sigma. And if this card in your possession is destroyed, it's destroyed only. We'll try to do the combo. I'll try to do it. So we make this, and we make this. Because if he tributes the Devotee, then I get the effect anyway. So we'll make that. Then we'll use the Disciples to tribute the Devotee. We'll get to draw a card, putting Induction back into the deck. That's a good draw. So I'm going to put the Induction back into the deck because we do not want that. So we'll go ahead and use Devotee. All right. We'll summon out the 2 tokens. He hasn't touched me yet, which is good. We'll go ahead and make a Wicked. And he's letting this resolve, which is very bad because it's basically initiates the full combo. We'll go ahead and use the Wicked. We're going to go ahead and banish the Balancer Lord. Okay. And here's where he tributes off the Wicked. Now that's your mistake right there. You should have done that a lot sooner. So now we get the Nabla. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Balancer Lord. And I'm also going to trigger the Impermanence targeting the Harmonic. Because I'm going to try and force out the Harmonic. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and summon this. And we're going to go ahead and use the Nabla to tribute the Linkuriboh. Now, from this point on, I don't really care what he does. So we go ahead and we're going to go ahead and summon a... we're going to go ahead and summon a Multiplier, I think. Yeah, we'll summon a Multiplier. Alright. And I'm going to go ahead and use the Multiplier and target itself. And yeah, he didn't do it, so now he's dead. Alright, so now we use the Nabla and the Multiplier. So both of these are going to target our final Sigma, and I'm going to get to attack both of his monsters. And he's going to take a ton of damage. Alright, he's already used this as well, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Subtra. And we're going to go ahead and target this. Alright, so that now loses 1,000 attack. And the good thing about this is, he can't stop me. Yeah, so he loses. So because he let me go through that whole combo, I just was able to OTK. And that's the point. That's why you play that small combo, because the combo just essentially allows you to go through your deck. Now, that was going second. I want to show off the going first combo, because obviously going first combo was stopped. He stopped it. It's nothing I can do. So hopefully this time this opponent lets us go first, because obviously we lost some rock, paper, scissors. So, but if not, I've shown you what the deck essentially does already. So I just want to see if we can show off the going first combo. It looks like we're up against a true Draco deck, so we're going second. Because oh no, we're up against Monarchs. Okay, interesting. I didn't need to go up against Monarchs. Cool. Oh wait, no, he's playing the Vanities deck. He's playing the Vanities deck. Let's please, for the love of God, draw an Impermanence. And I didn't. Okay. It's gonna be fun. Okay, we're just gonna set and pass because my only out is Impermanence. That's literally my only out here. So we're up against the Vanities deck. He's twin twistering me. Okay. Oh wait, no, we're actually up against Monarchs. At least it's a real Monarch deck. But he just got lucky and drew the Fiend. You fiend! How dare you? Okay, so I'm going to take a Swift 24. If I can draw Impermanence, I out this. If I can't, then I'm screwed. That's not Impermanence. I'm going to go ahead and set a Sigma and pass. Because I can't do anything. I can't do anything while there's a Vanities Fiend on board. So that is just hold out, hope to draw an Impermanence, and then we go from there. Actually, no, not even a Impermanence. I thought I could do it for a second. I had hope. There's no hope. There's no hope. Only just defeat. Alright, so we're going to lose this Sigma as well. If I can draw an Impermanence, I'm fine. Literally, I just need an Impermanence. There we go. You're dead. You're dead. You're super dead. You're dead. You hear me? You're dead. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and go in now. So we're gonna go ahead and start off by normal something in multiplier. Activate the addition. Use this. Summon this. And I could full combo, but I could also just go straight into the final Sigma. But the final Sigma doesn't actually kill him. Hmm. I think I might try to go a different route with this. Yep, we're going that route. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and synchro these two, link these, XYZ these two into the Albertan. Use its effect, detach the two. Get us a division, Subtra. And now we have game. Okay, cool. The Subtra is going to summon itself, decreasing the kaiju that I just gave to him. Then we're going to go ahead and tribute the Albertian. Summon our Sigma. And we're going to go ahead and summon the final Sigma. And we're going to go ahead and double its attack. And we punch for game. That's why you play kaijus. 96 damage. Oh boy. But guys, that's the video. I've shown you what the deck does. That basic combo would not that I did before to make the final Sigma. What that would normally lead into is you make an Albertan, then Albertan would search you the Mathmech trap that summons Free from the Grave that we already had, and then from there you would just summon the the other XC's rank 4. I'm not going to try and say its name. I can't say its name. And send 3 cards from your opponent's hand, field, and grave to the one from hand, 2 from field to the graveyard. So that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the deck profile, because this is something that I've been contemplating. I've been debating on how to play for quite a bit, because it's something that's a lot of fun. It's something that has a lot of strategy to it. And obviously, one punch decks are just, they're cool to play. Come on, come on. But guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to press the like button, subscribe for more YGO content like this. Check out the team Facebook page in the comment sections below as well. I'm in the description. And all of the rest. Have a good day all, and I will see you in the next video. Robot1, signing out again. I say that too much at the end. Bye all.